And which one do you prefer and why? Yes, Sampath. What is the difference between approximate model and H parameter model? Anyone? Have you revised at least? What is meant by feedback? What is feedback? Already I told you about this term. What is feedback?
Output by input.
Feedback. Output by input is gain. Yes, Ramakrishna, tell me about approximate model and exact H parameter model. What you understood in the last class?
Approximate parameter is easy compared to H parameter.
How will you identify?
In H parameter we have H22 and RL.
Okay. The product of that value should be less than?
Greater than.
Okay, greater than 0.1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if it is less than 0.1?
Approximate.
Right, correct. And what about H12 and H22 in case of approximate model? What will happen to H12 and H22?
H22 admittance out.
Okay, output admittance. It should be shorted or else open.
Open.
Correct. Next, what about H12?
Reverse voltage.
Reverse. What is the use of it? So just now you told me like gain is nothing but output by input. Now should I consider gain is nothing but output by input or else input by output? Which one do you prefer?
Output by input.
Correct, output by input. Then what about H12? It is called as reverse voltage gain. So should I consider that value or else can I ignore it? In case of approximate model. Oh, no one has revised, I think. What is H12? First, rule number 1. Tell me the equations for H parameter model. H parameter model equations. We'll get 2 equations. Rule number 2. Three. What happened today? No one is responding. Rule number 4, Nitin.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the equations for H parameter.
V1 equals to H11 I1 plus H12 V2.
Okay.
And I2 equals to H21 I1 plus H22 V2.
Right. Correct. So suppose if I want H12, what is the equivalent?
Sir,
H12 means?
H12 means reverse voltage gain.
So it is nothing but V1 by
V2.
for which I need to make this part as 0. So that I1 should be
0.
0. I1 comes under input port or also output port?
Input, sir.
Correct. It is nothing but input. So if current is 0, should I short circuit it or else open circuit?
Short or open circuit, sir.
Open circuit. So then what is gain?
Gain equals to output by input.
Output by input. Suppose if there isn't 2-port network like this. Okay, this is port number 1. and port number 2. This is 1 1 dash, this is 2 and 2 dash. Here it will be voltage 1 because of which current I1, voltage 2 and current I2. So what is the output voltage here? Output voltage
V2.
V2. Input is
V1.
correct. So gain is defined as output by input. Then what about H12? It is called as
Reverse voltage gain. It's reverse.
reverse voltage gain. Generally, gain means output value is more. So generally V2 value will be more compared to V1.
V1.
So for example, I'm considering V2 as suppose infinite and V1 as small value. Suppose if it is 0. Okay, or else no need to consider V2 directly. So we know that V1 is small generally. Why? Because it is small signal amplifier. So obviously input will be more and output will be amplified form. Okay, this is nothing but gain. The product of input multiplied with gain will give output. Suppose if input V1 is 0, you substitute in this gain. Gain is nothing
Infinite.
but output by input.
Infinite.
So this is nothing but 1 by
0.
0, which is infinite. In the same manner, you substitute here now.
0.
So this is a disadvantage. That's why we need to short circuit this parameter. Clear?
Okay.
In case of approximate model, H12 is acting as short circuit and H22 will act as open circuit. This is the difference between H parameter model and approximate model. So the equivalent diagram will look something like this. So let me draw both the diagrams. So this is H11 I1 voltage source. This is current. This is resistance. H11 I1, H12 V2. This is H21 I1. This is H22. Okay, here I'll apply voltage V1. Here voltage V2, because of which flow of current I1. This is I2. Now suppose if I want to convert this exact, this is called an exact H parameter model. In order to convert this exact H parameter model to approximate model, first I need to check these two values, the product of H22, and generally at this part I'll connect load resistance RL. Okay. So H22 into RL can be less than 0.1 or else it can be greater than 0.1. If it is less than 0.1, it is approximate or else H parameter. Which one should I use?
Approximate.
Yes, approximate. So in case of approximate, two modifications. H12 is acting as short circuit, H22 as open circuit. So this is the equivalent model. Here I have shorted this. This part is acting as open circuit. Okay, this is nothing but approximate model. Clear? And one more parameter. H21 is also called as, remember this, H21 is also called as beta. Why beta? Can anyone tell me the relationship between IC and IB? Relationship between IC and IB. We have seen CE, CB and CC models. In these configurations, tell me the relationship between IC and IB.
IC is equals to beta IB plus.
Okay, till here it's enough. So IC is nothing but beta IB. So tell me H21. What is the equivalent? H21 means from these equations. I2 is H21 I1 plus H22 E2. Now I want H21. So H21 can be written as I2 by I1, for which V2 is short circuited. So here IC is nothing but I2 and IB is nothing but I1. So here beta can be written as I2 by I1. Yes or no? Okay, simply that's what I'm substituting here. So instead of I2 by I1, I'm writing this one as beta. So that's why H21 is also equivalent to beta. So generally during problems it will be useful for you. Okay, he will, instead of giving the value as beta, he will mention it as H21. Suppose if it is a common emitter model, he will mention it as HFE. Make sure you are clear with this point. Clear or any doubts in this? What is the difference between input impedance and overall input impedance? Yes, rule number 18. Next 20. Rule number 304. What is the difference between input impedance and overall input impedance? So no one has revised, I think. And overall RIS. Generally from Ohm's law, know that V equal to I into R, so that R can be written as V by I. Here I stands for input, so I'm writing it as V1 by I1. Suppose if it is S stands for source. There are two source network. One is voltage in series with resistance. Next one is current parallel with resistance. Rule number 7. What is this equivalent? Rule number 7. So if you're not responding, I'll mark as absent. Remember that. Rule number 7. Next 8. 18. Rule number 319. What happened today? No one are responding. Rule number 311. Abdul.
Yes, sir.
What is this equivalent?
Thevenin, sir.
This one?
Norton's.
Norton's. So here RIS can be written as, we know that R is equal to V by I. So as I am going with source, it is overall input resistance. So it becomes Vs by I1. Already we have derived this one in the last class only. Okay, and what is the difference between voltage gain and overall voltage gain? Yes, AV stands for,
Output voltage by input voltage.
correct, it is output voltage by input voltage. AVS means,
Output
V2
voltage
by
source
Vs.
voltage.
correct, V2 by Vs. Similarly, AI,
IL
Minus I2 by I1.
next,
Minus I2 by IS. Minus
S. Okay, so be clear with this point. S stands for source. For that you need to consider this one. This is nothing but IS, RS. This is VS and RS. Okay. So today let us start unit number 3. So already I've told you about feedback. What is feedback?
Adding part of the output to the input, sir.
Good. Adding some of the output to input. Why should I add?
To know the output value, sir, whether the input is able to satisfy the output or not.
Okay, that is correct. And any more?
For better gain, sir.
For better gain. Okay, we shall discuss whether your point is correct or not. Next, we have seen different kinds of configurations like fixed bias. Next, what you have seen after fixed bias? Collector to base. Next one is voltage divider. So are the values of gain same in all these cases, or else are there any modifications? And what is the effect of this biasing under input impedance and output impedance? What is the effect? So I'll draw one configuration. You tell me which bias is that. Which one is this? First one, second one, or third one? Which kind of biasing is this? Is it fixed bias or else collected to base bias?
Collected to base, I think.
No, it's not collected to base. Suppose if it is collected to base, from here you need to take feedback. Okay. From this point, if you take feedback, it is called as collected to base.
Voltage divider.
No, it's not voltage divider. It is fixed bias.
Fixed bias.
See, we have already seen this one. Fixed bias is also called as base bias. Tell me whether it is CE, CB or CC. Which configuration I've used here?
C.
It is C, and it is fixed bias, which is also called as base bias. And here RE is not present. Okay, tell me what will happen if RE is not present, and if RE is present, what will happen? You tell me. If RE is present, what will happen? If RE is not there, what will happen? Are there any modifications? So generally, this
Sir,
is nothing.
any of it is getting grounded. No?
Okay, it is grounded. Then it will have some effect on this input impedance as well as output impedance because of that.
If emitter is grounded, no emitter current, no sir.
Yes, no emitter current. You draw the equivalent diagram for this. Suppose if I want to draw AC equivalent. AC equivalent means you need to follow 2 points. First, DC power supply should be grounded first. Okay. Next, if there are any capacitors, capacitor should act as short circuit. So over here capacitors are not there. So directly I'm going with first point. DC power supply is grounded. So the equivalent circuit looks something like this. This one. This is RB. This is RC. Here it is grounded. This part is also grounded here. Why? Because this is nothing but DC power supply which should be grounded. So it is 0. Now write the KVL for this. KVL. So I'm redrawing the circuit like this. Grounded. This is RC, this is RB. This is emitter, base and collector. Tell me KVL in loop number 1. KVL in loop number 1.
ఏనుంటున్నా ఇప్పుడు రెండు కాపీ
It's IBRB plus VB is equal to 0. What about this one?
ICRC
ICRC plus VCE
plus
is equal to 0. So you need to remember 2 points. Suppose if RE is present, so tell me, is RE present in input circuit or else in output circuit? Suppose here if it is, RE is there, suppose. So it is present in between input as well as output. Yes or no? Suppose if RE is present in input side, input impedance Zi will increase. Okay. And if Zi increases, then obviously voltage gain will reduce. Generally, this is the effect because of RE. Suppose if RE is present in this part. Next, in collector to base bias, what has happened? Collector to base bias means directly I need to take feedback from the output of collector. From here itself, I need to take the feedback. Okay, from here to here. This is direct feedback. And suppose if you want, you can add the resistor also. This is RB. Suppose if RE is there, what will happen in this case? See here. Remember this point. Suppose if RE is present, this leads to increase in input impedance. Suppose if input impedance is increased, the voltage gain will reduce. This is the effect because of RE. Once if you go through all the models, you'll be clear with this point. So first understand fixed bias, then collector to base and voltage divider. In this voltage divider circuit is better compared to the remaining two. You need to justify this point in the next session. Okay. So once you try to go through this point, what will happen if RE is there and if RE is not there, what will happen? Right. So coming to this point, so feedback is nothing but some part of the output I'm giving as input. Suppose if this is an amplifier. If I provide input, it will give me an output. If that part, if I'm giving as an input, this is nothing but feedback. Okay, this is feedback. This is input. This is output. So we have seen CE, CB as well as CC. In this, which one is better? Comparison of CE, CB and CC. Which one is more better compared to other? We prefer common emitter model. Why? Because it works both as voltage amplifier as well as current amplifier. Right, both current as well as voltage amplification is done in CE, common emitter model. That's why it is more preferred. And generally, if I provide input, this input is multiplied with gain so that I'll get some output. Now suppose if I'm going with CE model, I'm giving you two outputs. Tell me which one do I get now? If this is CE, which output is correct in this case? In amplifier, if I'm using common emitter as a transistor, which one is the correct output? First one or second one? Try to tell something. If it is wrong also, no problem. First one. Why? Why? Generally, CE provides both voltage amplification as well as current amplification. And at the same time, it will provide 180 degrees phase shift also. Okay, whereas CB and CC, there is no phase shift. I mean, suppose in phase, 2 points you need to remember: in phase and out of phase. Out of phase means 180 degree phase shift will be provided. In phase means 0 degree or else 360 degree phase shift. Suppose if I am going with CE as an amplifier, if I provide this input, I'll get inverted. Why? Because it will provide 180 degree phase shift. This is plus, this is minus. This input is multiplied with gain At the same time, it will provide 180-degree phase shift. So I'll get inverted waveform as the output. Whereas instead of CE, if I go with CB as well as CC, this is the output. Okay, this is the main difference between CE, CB as well as CC. That's why CE is used. Why? Because both voltage amplification as well as current amplification is done in it. Whereas in case of CB and CC, only either voltage or else only current. Both can't be done in case of CB and CC. That's why if you see all the figures, mostly CE model is used. Okay, this is one more point to add. Clear? Now let us see in detail. So feedback concept. So we know about voltage gain, the voltage gain, input impedance, output impedance, bandwidth are few important characteristics of an amplifier. Suppose if you want to know the performance of an amplifier, we need to know about all these characteristics. We need to know about its voltage gain, its input impedance, output, and bandwidth. What is bandwidth? Bandwidth is nothing but higher cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency. We shall see about this in detail. Okay, this is higher cutoff frequency. Do you have any idea on this low pass filters and high pass filters? What is low pass and what is high pass? Low pass filter means it will allow only low frequencies. It will allow only low frequencies. After that, if there are any high frequencies, this will be zero. Suppose if it is high pass filter, it will allow high frequencies. So initially low frequencies will be zero. After some time it will allow high frequencies. So it is called as, this is pass band. This is called as stop band. And the point at which this is happening. In case of low pass filter, we call it as FH, higher cutoff frequency. In case of high pass filter, we call this point as FL, lower cutoff frequency. Now I told you something called as bandwidth. So bandwidth is nothing but these 2 points. Higher cutoff frequency, lower cutoff frequency. So the difference between these 2 points is called as bandwidth. So bandwidth is defined as higher cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency. Okay. So I hope you know about this voltage gain. Voltage gain means output voltage by input voltage. Input impedance means input voltage by input current. Output impedance means output voltage by output current. So we need to analyze all these characteristics. Suppose if you want to go with an amplifier. Next, these parameters are nearly constant for a given amplifier. Sometimes we are required to change these parameters. This can be achieved in number of ways. See, for example, the gain can be reduced by voltage divider circuit in the input or in the output circuit of an amplifier. Can anyone justify this point? The gain can be reduced by voltage divider circuit in the input or in the output circuit of an amplifier. We have seen this voltage divider circuit. Can anyone tell me about this? Voltage divider circuit. We are going with CE model. Voltage divider means input. There will be 2 resistors. This is R1. This is R2. Here it is RC. This is RB. Connected to ground. This is connected to supply. See, he is saying something. The gain can be reduced by voltage divider circuit in the input and in the output. Why gain is reducing? To reduce gain, just now we have did something in case of fixed bias and collector to base bias. At the emitter terminal, if there is a resistance, then obviously this leads to increase in input impedance. If input impedance increases, gain will reduce. This is one of the important point. Okay. With the increase in input impedance, obviously the gain will reduce. Remember this. So that's why in order to know this point only, we have read about all those models. So once you try to go through this, fixed collector bias and voltage divider. Okay, you try to derive the equations for that. In case of input KVL, you write KVL and input part as well as output part. And trying to find the relationship between ICA, IB, VBE and VCE. Okay. Next, the input impedance of an amplifier could be increased if required by connecting a series resistance in the circuit. This one. Input impedance, or else here also in the base terminal also you can connect that point. So to increase input impedance Zi, series resistance should be increased. Okay. Next, but in this method this results in the loss of useful signals because of changes in all these parameters. The output will be reduced, yes or no? Because of increase in Zi, that is because of increase in series resistance, the gain is getting reduced and it won't be constant, it will be in fluctuating manner, V2 by V1. It depends upon input impedance and output impedance. So because of all this addition and deletion of this resistance, this leads to variation of the gain. So this is not the correct method. That's why only we are going with a special concept called as feedback. That's why a new technique that is introduced, which is called as feedback in the amplifier to change the above said characteristics. What are the above said characteristics? Voltage gain, input impedance, output impedance, bandwidth. These are the characteristics. Therefore, the term feedback means the transfer of energy from the output of the system to the input. This is input, output, and from output to input directly I am providing feedback. Okay, this is one technique. This is another technique. But here you need to do it manually. Like depending upon the output, you need to vary this series resistance, which is nothing but input resistance as well as output resistance. Here this parameters should be varied. Suppose if it is 20 kilo ohms, what is happening? Suppose if it is 10 kilo ohms, what is happening? If it is 5 ohms, what is happening? In this manner, you need to analyze this one. Whereas here directly if we provide feedback, we'll get a constant gain. Okay, let us see whether gain will increase or decrease because of this feedback. Clear? Can anyone repeat what is feedback and why we need to revise this? Rule number 316.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is feedback?
Output is connected to the input, sir.
Okay.
By doing this, we can get constant gain without fluctuating of input V2 by V1.
Okay. And what is the effect on input impedance and output impedance?
Input
Generally, what is the
impedance,
another method? If there is no feedback, what is the another method?
voltage divider.
Suppose if I want to increase input impedance, what should I do?
Resistance must be increased.
Yes, correct. Which resistance, input or output? At which side will you add?
Input resistance in the
Correct. At
place
the
of
input.
emitter.
Okay. In series or parallel?
Series.
Correct. So I hope you are clear. What are the other parameters that you need to consider while choosing a good amplifier?
Feedback we have used to know, sir.
Feedback. And what are the characteristics that you need to check? Voltage gain.
Voltage gain.
Next.
Input impedance and output impedance.
Next, what is bandwidth?
FL minus FH. Lower minus higher.
Lower minus higher or higher minus lower?
Higher minus lower, sir.
Higher minus lower. Higher cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency. What is audio frequency range?
5.
Audio frequency.
20 hertz to 20 kilohertz.
Correct. 20 hertz to
20 kilohertz.
20 kilohertz. Suppose if I want to know the bandwidth in this case, then
20 kilohertz minus 20 hertz.
correct. 20 kilohertz minus 20 hertz. If you calculate this, you'll get the bandwidth. Here, this is nothing but FH. This is FL, higher cutoff frequency and lower cutoff frequency. This is a Viva question generally. See here. This is nothing but source input. We are getting this from source. Here X0 stands for output and basic amplifier with gain A. And what about this one? This is called as mixer or else comparator. What is the use of this? Use of mixer or comparator. By seeing the diagram, you try to guess what it is doing exactly.
It is adding the feedback network to the input, sir. I mean, it connecting.
This is feedback, and this is input which is coming from the source. Either it may add or else it may subtract. Okay, that's why it is called as mixer or else comparator.
Comparator.
So feedback network is denoted with beta, and this is the normal gain denoted with A. Just now we have seen amplifier with a gain, some gain. Input, so that I'll get output. Directly from output to input, I'm connecting. Now based upon this, there are two types, positive feedback as well as negative feedback. Okay, so here if you observe, XS is entering, here XF is entering. Remember this point, XS is nothing but source, XF is nothing but feedback, XO means output. I'll write one equation. Suppose if it is XS plus XF is equal to XI. Next one, XS minus XF is equal to XI. What is the difference in these two cases? I got two equations. First one and second one. What is the difference in these two?
First is positive, second is negative.
Addition.
Correct. First one is adding. That's why it is called as
Positive feedback.
positive feedback. Here it is subtracting. So it is called as
Negative feedback.
negative feedback. So negative feedback is unit number 3. Positive feedback is unit number 4. So for amplifiers, do I need to go with negative feedback or else positive feedback?
Positive feedback.
Positive or negative?
Negative. Positive.
I'll show you one example. You tell me now. Suppose if it is CE, again same. Just now I've drawn this one. Input. This is output. For amplifiers, we will go with negative feedback. For oscillators, we will go with positive feedback. Okay. Okay, negative feedback and positive feedback. Remember this. We need to this is unit 3, this is unit 4. In Viva also you might get this question, like what is the difference between negative feedback and positive feedback. Okay, so here there are two types of feedbacks in this electronic circuit. If it is added, it is called as positive feedback, which can also be called as regenerative feedback. Suppose if it is subtracted, then it is called as negative, or else it is called as degenerative feedback. This part is called as mixer or else comparator. Clear with this? Now let us see the next part. The block diagram of feedback network. Here this is called as mixer or comparator. This is nothing but basic amplifier with forward gain A. Next, this is sampling network. This is output. Let me change the color. This is output. This is input. And this is nothing but feedback network with reverse gain beta. You need to remember this beta. This is A. Whereas this is nothing but signal source, which is nothing but source network. How many types of networks are there generally? We have already seen. How many networks? One is Thevenin's. Next one is Norton. Here, which one I've used?
Thevenin's.
Thevenin's.
Next, this is nothing but external load network, RL. Now let us see in detail about this. So because of voltage source, there will be a flow of current IS. Okay, this is one that is entering, and generally based upon the output, it is given as feedback. Suppose if V out is the output which I got, from there I'm giving it to the feedback network. And how I got this? How I got this? This V out is multiplied with beta to give PF. Like the concept which you have seen. Suppose if there is an amplifier, input, this is gain, this is output. So how you have written this? Input multiplied with gain is nothing but output. Here also same thing. V out is entering now. From this point it's entering now. So it is V out into beta, which is denoted with Vf. Clear? Coming in reverse direction, that's why it is called as reverse gain. Whereas it is going in forward direction, that is from input side to output side. That's why it is called as forward gain. This is called as reverse gain. Okay, and sampling network. We shall see how sampling is done. So coming to signal sources, there are of two types. One is Thevenin's, next one is Norton's. If voltage is in series with RS, it is called as Thevenin's way of representation. If it is Norton's, current in parallel with resistance. These are the two types. Next one, mixer or comparator. What is the use of this? What is the use of mixer or comparator?
It adds or subtracts.
Correct. It either adds or else it subtracts. So based upon this, there are two types of mixing. One is series mixing. Next one is shunt mixing. So series, you remember this point. This is at the input side, that is mixing part. There are two ways, series. Next one is shunt. Shunt is also called as parallel. If it is series, we call it as voltage. If it is shunt, we call it as current. That's why this is called as series mixing. This is called as shunt mixing. Now let us see the equivalent diagrams for it. See, in case of series mixing, here this is source network, which is Thevenin's. Okay, and here this is basic amplifier. This is feedback network. You can observe how this is connected. Is this in series or parallel? This part, series or parallel? Identify.
Series, sir.
Series.
Serious, sir.
This is a loop, so it is called as series mixing. Series mixing is also called as
Voltage mixing.
Voltage.
You observe this. What is this equivalent?
Shunt. Norton's.
Equivalent. This is Norton's.
Norton.
Again the same basic amplifier. This is feedback network. Now you observe this. Series or shunt?
Shunt.
Shunt, sir.
See here, shunt. So this is nodal. So at node, will you apply KCL or KVL?
KCL.
Node. So that's why this is called as nodal. Whereas it is loop. In loop, will you apply KCL or KVL?
KVL.
KVL. That's why it is called as voltage. Here it is called as
Current.
Clear with the diagrams? Two types of mixing.
Yes, sir.
Series mixing. Next one is shunt mixing. Next, basic amplifier. Already you know this. If this is a normal amplifier, I'm providing input and I'll get output. This is an amplified form of output I'll get. Amplified. Why? Because here I'm going with basic amplifier. So here V out can be written as, how should I write V output here? This input multiplied with gain A.
Beta.
Beta or A?
A.
Yes.
So here V output is nothing but A into Vi, or else A can be written as V out by V in. Here A stands for
Gain.
Okay, we have already seen this. See here, the forward gain or transfer ratio of amplifier block is defined as the ratio of output signal to the input signal, and the amplifier gain depends upon the type of the amplifier the block represents. Next, in this also there are types. 4 types of basic amplifiers are there, which we shall see. Okay. Next, see this gain of amplifier without feedback. Next, we shall see about gain of the amplifier with feedback. Here AV stands for, what is AV?
Voltage.
Voltage gain.
So it is defined as a ratio of
Voltage.
V out by V in. So I hope you know first two, you know. This is voltage gain, this is current gain. So these are the new things which you don't know. See this, what is G and what is R? And what is the relationship between R and G? We know V
With
equal to,
resistance, G is conductance, sir.
so R can be written as,
Resistance.
R can be written
1
as V
by
by
G.
I. Suppose what is the relation between G and R?
1 by R.
If gain increases, resistance decreases.
Yes, correct. If G increases, R decreases. So this can be written as I by V. That's what I've written. See here, G means I by V. So here first parameter is always output. See the output. This will be input. So that's here I output, Vi input. Suppose if I want to write for R, so this is output, this is input. Clear with this? So here AV is called as voltage amplifier, AI is called as current amplifier. If it is GM, it is called as trans conductance. If it is RM, it is called as trans resistance. Okay. So here 4 types I've told you. So here you can take either AV, which is voltage gain, next current gain, third one is GM, fourth one is RM. Let me call a rule number. Rule number 23, Sampath. So I'll mark absent for him. Next rule number 301. 301. Rule number 30. Uday Kiran. 322. Rule number 322. Mohan. Rule number 4. Okay, I'm marking absent for the students. Rule number 2, Vamshi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is the relationship between GM and RM? G is called as yes, what happened? A relationship between resistance and conductance. Rule number 3. Tell me. What you want to learn in this class? Okay, so should I mark you as absent?
No, sir. Please.
Next, rule number 6. Naresh. 7. 14.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Samyukta, what you understood in today's session? What are the topics that we have seen?
Today we learned about feedback, sir.
Tell me right from the starting.
So in feedback, we have 2 types, positive feedback and negative feedback.
Okay. Next.
Positive feedback is used for amplifiers and negative feedback for oscillators.
Positive feedback for
Okay,
oscillators. Negative feedback for
amplifiers.
One of the question for Viva. 100% you'll get. Next. Next, what you have seen?
Next, we learned about mixing.
Okay. How many types of mixing
Mixing.
circuits?
2.
What are they?
Okay, series mixer and
Shunt
parallel.
and series.
Shunt mixing.
Shunt.
Next. If it is series, is it voltage or current?
Voltage.
Voltage.
Voltage. Next. If it is shunt?
Current.
Current.
Okay.
So we have seen this. Next. Under basic amplifiers, what you have seen? How many types?
4. AB, AI, GM, RM.
RM.
GM and RM. So you know 1 and 2. What is this GM?
Transconductor.
Correct. It is trans conductance.
Conductance.
Next one is
Trans resistance.
Resistance.
trans resistance. So we have seen till here. Next one. Feedback network. See, the feedback network is usually a passive two-port network consisting of resistors, capacitors, and inductors. What is passive and what is active?
Passive consumes power, sir. Active gives power.
Good. Consume and as well give. Elements, what are the elements? Passive elements?
Resistor, inductor, capacitor.
Right. Next, it provides a fraction of the output voltage as feedback signal VF to the input mixer. Here the input mixer can be anything. It can be either series or else it can be shunt. Next, how I got this one? Just now I told you. If this is feedback network beta, I'm getting this input from the output side. So this is V out. This is VF. So here VF can be written as V naught multiplied with beta. So what is this beta? This beta is also called as feedback ratio or else feedback factor or else reverse transmission factor. So beta can be written as VF by V naught. Okay, next the feedback signal can be derived from the output voltage by means of simple voltage divider circuit. Now let us see this. See, this is nothing but signal source, which is Thevenin's equivalent, and this is basic amplifier, which can be anything out of those four. This is load network. Now tell me, this part is series. What kind of mixing is this? Series mixing or else shunt mixing?
Series mixing, sir.
This is called as series mixing.
No, shunt mixing, sir. At output side.
No. In the input side, we call it as mixing. In the output side, we call it as sampling. Okay. So here this is mixing. This is sampling. First, let us see about the sampling. Again, we shall come to this. See, there are two types of sampling blocks. So the sampling block is used to sample the output signal of the basic amplifier. So here generally I'll provide input so that I'll get some output, and this is nothing but a sampling block. See, again there are two types of samplings. One is voltage sampling, next one is current sampling. So in the input side, we are calling it as mixing. In the output side, we call it as
Sampling.
sampling. And suppose if it is series mixing, it is for voltage. If it is shunt, it is called as
Current.
current. Now here it is reverse now. If it is series sampling, then it is current.
Current.
Suppose if it is shunt sampling, it is called as
Voltage.
voltage. Okay, so remember only the input part so that you can reverse it. See here. Is this shunt or series? This one.
Shunt, sir.
This is shunt.
Shunt.
Shunt, sir. Tapping is taken.
If it is shunt means voltage or current.
Voltage.
So that's why it is called as voltage sampling. Clear? And however, there are two nodes. That way it is also called as node sampling. So better remember only the input mixing part so that you can vice versa that part. Now you tell me for this one, is it series or shunt? By seeing this diagram.
Series, sir.
It is series. So if it is series,
Current sampling, sir.
correct. If it is series,
Current sampling.
is current, it is voltage. So that's why it is called as current sampling. And here it is forming a loop or node.
Loop.
Loop, sir.
Loop.
Okay. So these are the two differences between input part and output part. So in input side we will do mixing. In output side we will do what we will do in output side? Mixing or sampling?
Sampling.
Sampling. Come to this part. See here. Now you tell me. So this is input side. So what kind of, is it voltage or series?
Series mixing, sir.
So it is called as series mixing. If it is series mixing, voltage or current?
Voltage.
Voltage, sir.
Correct. Next, here at the output side,
Shunt sampling, sir.
Shunt. Series.
shunt
Sam.
sampling. If it is shunt, it is
Voltage.
voltage. So I hope you are clear with this now. So I've given some input and it has passed it through the basic amplifier so that I got some output V out. And from this V out, again, I'm giving this as input to the network. What kind of network is this?
Feedback.
This is feedback network, which is made of passive elements like RLC. For understanding, I've taken only resistive network. Now, suppose if I want to calculate this VF, how should I calculate voltage at this point across this resistor? VF. Which rule will you apply? Voltage division or else current division?
Voltage division.
Tell me.
Voltage division rule.
Formula is
Total voltage into opposite resistance by total resistance.
Total voltage to opposite
Okay.
resistance by opposite.
the total resistance. Is it V out or else VS?
V out, sir.
Correct. Why not VS? Why? Because the
Sir,
input
because-
part.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Because the input that is coming is from output side. That's why it is V out. Next V out into out. Next opposite resistance is RB by
RB. RA
RA
plus R.
plus. And I've already told you about this. VF is nothing but beta
VF
times.
by V.
Okay. So here VF by V naught can be written as RB by RA plus RB, which is nothing but beta. Okay. So here this beta is nothing but RB by RA plus RB, and it varies depending upon the element that you take within this feedback. Okay. So I hope you are clear with what is voltage sampling and what is mixing. This is one of the long question you might get, either in long or in short.
Voltage sampling.
Which one? Sampling you want?
Voltage. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see as an overview so that it will be easy for you now. So in input side, what we did?
Mixing.
In input side, it is
Mixing.
called as mixing. In output side, it is called as
Sampling.
sampling. Next, how many types are there?
Series. Shunt.
Series mixing. Next one is
Shunt.
shunt mixing. Here also, how many samplings are there?
Series sampling. Shunt.
Series sampling. Next one is shunt sampling. Now, in the input side, if it is series, is it voltage or current?
Voltage.
It is voltage. If it is shunt, it is
Current.
current. Here, you reverse that.
Current.
This becomes current.
Voltage.
This becomes voltage. Once, if you are perfect with this, you can write one long question easily from this unit. Okay. So there are 4 different kinds of topologies are there. One is voltage series feedback amplifier. Next one is voltage shunt feedback amplifier. Next is current series feedback amplifier, and fourth one is current shunt.
Current feedback amplifier.
I think I've shown you the question paper which was conducted within this month on the 17th of December. So this was a long question. Voltage shunt was there. So now you have to draw the equivalent diagram for this. So one technique to write this one is you need to consider this first part as output and the next part as input. So in the output side, if it is voltage, what kind of sampling is this? Output side voltage.
Shunt sampling.
Called
Shunt
as
sampling.
shunt sampling. Next, in the input side, it is series.
Voltage.
So in the output side, I am getting shunt sampling, which is nothing but voltage. So I'm writing it as V out. Okay. In the input side also, I'm getting voltage. So I'm writing this one as VI. So what is gain here? Output by input. So it is V out by
Not by V.
VI. Okay. Now let me change the color. Now you tell me for this one. This is output. This is input. Output side current.
Series sampling.
Output side current means series
Series
sampling.
sampling.
So output side is current. So I'm writing it as I. Next, in the input side, it is shunt.
Current.
Current.
So suppose if I want gain, output by
Input.
input.
I
So output
out
side.
by II.
So I out by II. So it is written as A I.
I.
Next, you tell me now for voltage shunt. So let me change the color here. This is voltage shunt. This is output. This is input.
Shunt sampling.
Output is voltage. Input side, if it is shunt. Input side shunt means
Current.
it is current. So I'm writing this one as I. Now I have to find the gain for this. Gain is defined as the ratio of output by input. So it is output voltage V out by input is II. What is the
II.
equivalent for this now? RM or GM?
GM, sir.
G.
Observe carefully.
RM.
Output.
RM.
This is RM.
RM, sir.
So in that basic amplifier part, you need to write it as RM. Okay. Input. This is output, and this is nothing but feedback. So this question came in the recent question paper. Now you tell me about current series. Let me change the color. Wait, I'll call a rule number because only few are responding. Rule number 6. $311. Abdul,
Yes, sir.
you tell me for this current series. Your output is.
The output is I not, sir.
So what kind of sampling is this?
Series sampling, sir.
Right. Next, in the input side, it is series.
Voltage sampling. Voltage mixing, sir.
Voltage mixing. So I'll write it as VI.
Yeah.
So gain can be written as.
Output by input, sir.
So what is
I
output?
not by VI. I not.
This can be written as.
VI.
Okay. GM or RM?
GM, sir, it is.
GM, sir.
GM.
Transconductance.
Good. This is called as transconductance. I hope everyone are clear with this. So from this 4, you'll get one long question directly for 10 marks. Okay. Or else 7 marks followed by one problem. So these are the 4 types of topology. This is very short unit and it is very easy. But if you are not clear with this part, you can't understand this. This is important point. What is happening in mixing and what is happening in sampling, you need to understand. And this is also one of the long question. He'll ask you to explain about each and every block in detail. Like what is the signal source? What is the function of this mixer or comparator? And basic amplifiers. You need to write about those 4 types of basic amplifiers. Again in sampling part, voltage sampling, current sampling. Next in feedback. Okay, this is also one of the long question. Each and every module in detail you need to explain. 1, 2, third one. This is 4th one, feedback network block, and 5th one is sampling. Okay. Is it clear for everyone or any doubts? If you are having doubts, let me know. Right, clear. Now let us see.
Okay, sir.
Transfer gain with feedback. See here, the ratio of output signal to the input signal of the amplifier with feedback is called as transfer gain of the amplifier with feedback. So simply gain or transfer gain both are same. Simply it is defined as the ratio of output by input. So here you observe here AF. What is the difference between this AF and only A? What is the
Feedback.
difference? Correct. AF is nothing but What is A? A stands for
Gain.
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 Suppose if it is AF,
Feedback gain.
Feedback gain.
correct. It's nothing but gain with feedback. So here, now you tell me here. Let me go to the diagram. Tell me the answer for A and AF.
V naught by Vi.
This is V naught by Vi, correct. Next. If it is AF, if it is AF, you need to consider the feedback path also. Means whole network you need to consider. What is output? This is output. This is input. So V out by Vs is nothing but gain with feedback. It is also called as overall feedback. Yes or no? We have seen AVS, which is nothing but overall voltage gain. Means you need to include source part also. That's what I did here. So A means you don't consider this part. Only you can go with this basic amplifier. Why? Because here A is there. So input Vi into A will give us the output. Okay, so this is nothing but normal gain without feedback. AF is nothing but gain with feedback. That's why AF is nothing but gain with feedback. So X out is nothing but output and XS is nothing but input. If it is only gain, it is output by input. You need to be clear with these 2 points. Gain without feedback and gain with feedback. And I've already told you this one. If it is feedback network beta, here the input can be anything. If it is V out, no issue. If it is X out, no issue. I want VF, or it can be XF also. So what is the equivalent? XF can be written as beta multiplied with X naught. If I want only voltage, it is beta times
Beta times
V
V.
naught.
okay. Here what is X? Some parameter I've taken. Right. Next, in case of positive feedback, just now we have seen. In case of positive feedback, it is added. In case of negative feedback, it is subtracted. So that's why Xi can be written as XS plus XF. Slide. See here, positive feedback and negative feedback. So here Xi is nothing but XS plus XF. If it is positive, I should add. If it is negative, I need to subtract. And what about this one? XF is nothing but beta times X naught. So from here, I'm giving some part of the output to input. So that's why X naught multiplied with beta will give XF. So you substitute here and tell me. So Xi can be written as XS plus XF can be written as beta times X naught. Here also same thing. Xi is equal to XS minus beta times X naught. See here, from positive feedback, from negative feedback. Here beta is defined as a ratio of XF by X naught. From here you can write it directly. Beta is nothing but XF by X naught. Okay, clear till here? Transfer gain with feedback means it's nothing but source part. This is nothing but load. Now tell me what kind of mixing I did here.
Shunt mixing, sir.
Observe carefully.
Series shunt mixing.
Series.
Series, sir.
mixing.
At the output is a shunt, sir.
Good. The series mixing. At the output it is
Shunt.
shunt mixing or sampling.
Shunt sampling.
Shunt
Sampling.
Okay, I hope you know about this mixer. Gain, feedback path. Okay, suppose if it is feedback amplifier, the entire part you need to consider. Okay, or else only this part is enough. If there is no feedback, till here it is enough. Simply I can write it as output voltage by input. Suppose if you are including feedback, then overall circuit you need to consider. This is the overall circuitry. Okay, I've included this with dotted line here. Feedback means entire network, or else only the amplifier with gain is enough. Here transfer gain with negative feedback. So consider the case of negative feedback. So I got already this one. Xi is nothing but xs minus xf, and here a is nothing but gain without feedback. So it can be written as output by input. So here x out can be written as a times xi. Now what I'm doing is I know that x out is equal to a times xi, whereas xi is nothing but this part. I'm substituting this one. So here it can be written as xs minus xf. And what about this one? This is beta times x naught. Substitute.
X
So x
out.
output is equal to a into xs minus beta times x naught. Moving this one to the left hand side. This is a times xs minus a beta times x naught. So if I move this towards the left hand side, I'll take it as common. 1 plus a beta is equal to a times xs. I want output by input. So this is x out by overall xs can be written as a by 1 plus a beta. This is important for 2 marks. 100% you'll get this. So tell me, is this gain with feedback or without feedback?
With feedback.
With feedback. So AF is nothing but a by 1 plus a beta is the answer with negative feedback. Here AF stands for gain with feedback. And what about this A? A is nothing but
Gain.
correct, gain without feedback.
Without feedback.
Or else it can also be called as open loop gain. Open loop means there is no feedback. And what about beta? Beta is called as feedback factor or feedback ratio. Be clear with this. Suppose if it is negative feedback, the answer is a by 1 plus a beta. You'll get here as plus. Next, now let us see with positive feedback. Can anyone tell me for positive feedback how to derive? For positive feedback. In positive feedback, xi can be written as xs plus or minus.
Plus.
Plus xf.
Plus xf.
Xf is nothing but beta times.
Beta
X
minus
naught.
Okay, next normal gain x out by.
Output by input.
So x out can be written as a times.
Xi.
So xi, I'm substituting this one. This is xs plus xf.
Xf.
A times xs plus xf is nothing but
Beta x.
beta times x naught. Move towards left hand side so that it becomes 1. It
1
becomes
minus a
Hmm.
Beta x naught.
A
a
is equal.
beta x naught.
This is xs. So I want this is not there. Okay. So x out by xs can be written as a by.
1 minus a beta.
So have you observed the difference here?
Yes.
For positive feedback, here we are getting negative sign.
Negative.
Suppose if it is negative feedback,
Positive side.
remember this. Important for short. 1 plus a beta. This is for negative feedback. This is for positive feedback. So here AF gain with feedback is nothing but a by 1 plus a beta. And here AF is a by 1 minus a beta. 100% question for 2 marks. Clear what is the difference between positive feedback and negative feedback? So we are done with transfer gain with positive feedback and negative feedback. Now this is one of the important case. Note, for positive feedback, gain with feedback is more compared to A. Whereas in case of negative feedback, it is less compared to A. Why? Can anyone tell me why? What is the reason? Here, these are the answers which I got. Yes or no? Now what I'm doing is, if I take A beta is equal to 1 and I'll substitute in here. Suppose this is 1, this is 2. Suppose you substitute this A beta is equal to 1 in this 2 and tell me what will happen. A by,
It will
A by 1 minus 1.
so this is
infinity.
infinite. So I'm getting AF is equal to infinite. Means what does this mean?
Is greater than. Yeah.
I'm getting infinite gain. Suppose if I'm assuming A beta has some infinite large value, suppose, and you substitute this one in case number 1, AF is equal to A by
A
1
by
plus infinite.
1 plus infinity.
So this is
0.
so. Can you tell anything based on this? AF is equal to 0 for negative feedback. Means just now during the starting of this chapter, someone told that gain is increasing. So did you got answer for that? Here, what is happening to the gain in case of negative feedback?
Decreasing.
Gain is decreasing. That is important. So this is the main disadvantage with negative feedback. In negative feedback, gain is decreasing. This is the main problem with negative feedback. And we shall see some of the advantages also, like what is the effect of gain on this input impedance and output impedance, and on bandwidth, what is happening. If there is noise within the circuit, what is happening? We shall discuss this. These are some of the advantages with negative feedback, and this is only one of the disadvantage. Okay, here A beta is equal to 1 means when will A beta will be equal to 1? Here A beta will be 1 only when input is equal to 0. So even though input is 0, I'm getting AF as infinite. So this is nothing but oscillator. We shall see about this in detail in unit number 4. Even though we are not providing input, I'm getting feedback. So the case for that is A beta is equal to 1. This is unit 4. This is unit 3. So clear with this point? What is happening to the gain in case of negative feedback? Increasing or decreasing?
Decreasing.
It is decreasing. So remember that point. See it here. In case of positive feedback, if A beta is 1, I'm getting infinite. So this will happen only when input is 0. That is, even though the input is 0, I'm getting output. So this leads to oscillations. So it is nothing but an oscillator. Next, in case of negative feedback, if A beta is greater than 1. So what I got in case of negative feedback, it is A by 1 plus A beta or 1 minus A beta for negative.
1 plus
1
A beta.
plus A beta.
It is 1 plus A beta. So if A beta is greater than 1, then it becomes A by A beta. A and A are cancelled. So AF is equal to 1 by beta. And suppose if I'm assuming A beta is equal to large, which is nothing but infinite. So AF will be 0, meaning that gain is reducing because of negative feedback. This is one of the disadvantage. Remember these 2 points. If A beta is infinite, what is happening? And if A beta is equal to 1, what is happening? Next, these are some of the fundamental assumptions in the analysis of feedback amplifier. So I think we have seen this one also. So this question is important for 2 marks. In the previous paper, this was there. You need to explain the advantages and disadvantages of feedback amplifier. So till now we have seen about disadvantage, that is reduction in gain. This is a point which we have covered till now. Now after reading all the topologies like voltage series, voltage shunt, current series and current shunt, will be clear with these points also. Okay. Is everyone clear with this? All these topologies or any doubts? Classification of feedback amplifiers. Important for long. Voltage series, voltage shunt, current series and current shunt. So can I ask questions? Roll number 322, Shivani. Three 21. Three 20, Mohan. Next, Ramakrishna.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the overview of today's session?
Yes, sir. Today we seen about feedback, sir. Feedback amplifier.
Hmm.
Feedback means it is connected in between input and output.
Okay.
For why feedback means for better output to get,
Okay.
and some characteristics of feedback is bandwidth and voltage gain and input impedance.
And output impedance.
Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
Next.
Next, bandwidth means difference between higher frequency to lower frequency.
Okay.
Next, we seen about mixer and uh, sampling.
Okay. Tell me in detail.
M- Mixer means adding or subtracting.
Okay.
Next,
How many
in
types of mixing circuits are there?
two, one is series and another shunt.
Hmm.
In series, we have voltage and shunt current.
Hmm.
In sampling, it will be reverse.
Okay.
Series means current and shunt means voltage.
Hmm. Next.
Next, yes, these are the two parts of basic amplifier structure, and the one is conductance, transconductance amplifier.
Okay. 4 types of basic amplifiers. First one is voltage gain, current gain. Next, transconductance and trans resistance.
Yes.
Right. Correct. Next.
Next, transfer gain with feedback.
With which one? With negative or else positive?
Both are positive and negative.
Okay. What is happening in case of positive and what is happening in negative?
Positive gain will increase,
Okay.
negative gain will decrease.
Right. Why? What is the end answer that I got? What is the relationship between gain with feedback and without feedback?
In positive, x naught by xs is equal to a by 1 by a bit, a minus.
Okay.
In positive, in negative, x naught by xs is equal to a by 1 plus a bit.
Hmm. Next. So good. Ramakrishna has given the overview of today's session. So what about others? Any doubts in today's session? So that I'll revise once again. Only few are responding. So now let us see the fundamental assumptions in the analysis of feedback amplifier. See, first one. The 3 fundamental conditions are to be pre-assumed while analyzing the feedback amplifier. So can anyone read this? Read the condition 1. Samyukta. Condition 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes, read the point in detail. First one.
Sir, your screen isn't visible.
Screen is not visible.
Yes, sir. Okay, now it is visible, sir.
Second. Condition 1.
The input signal should be transmitted to the output through the basic amplifier block with gain A and not through the feedback network.
Explain.
The input signal which we are supplying should be transmitted
Through the
through the gain A basic amplifier with forward gain.
So here if I'm applying input, it should pass through this block, but not like this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
From basic amplifier block. This is one of the condition. Next.
Thus,
Second.
if A is set to 0 by reducing H, Fe or Gm of the transistor to 0, the output must drop to 0.
Explain. If A is set to 0, means there is no value of gain. Here A is 0. Whatever might be the input you provide, what will happen? Output? Input into 0.
Yes, sir.
0, sir.
0.
Will also be 0. And what about these two? What is HFE and what is GM?
GM is transconductance.
Transconductance.
Right. HFE? This is important. What is HFE?
Feedback, sir.
HFE is feedback factor, which is beta. Remember like this, HFE is nothing but beta. Next point.
This implies that the beta network be unilateral.
What is unilateral? And what is bilateral?
Unilateral means single, sir. Bilateral means double.
Right. Next. In practice?
In practice, however, this condition is often not fully met because beta is a passive bilateral network.
Next.
It is no doubt approximately valid for practical feedback networks.
Next. Condition 2.
In feedback, signal travels from the output to the input through the beta network and not through the amplifier.
Explain. So what is the path for this output? So can I go like this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I can't go. So only the path that I need to follow is like this, from the sampling network through feedback and from here to the mixer. This is the only path that is left for P out to go to the input. Next.
Stated otherwise, the basic amplifier is unilateral from the input to the output, and the reverse transmission is 0.
So each diode unilateral or bilateral? Diode.
Diode unilateral.
It is unilateral. Always I should go from P to N. So the same condition is applicable for basic amplifier also. If I provide input, it should go to the output in this manner. But from output I can't come to the input. This is the meaning of unilateral and bilateral. Suppose if it is bilateral, both side communication is possible. Like I can go or come. Here also same thing. Suppose if it is unilateral, only one direction. From input to output with certain gain A. Next, condition 3.
The reverse transmission factor beta of the feedback network is independent of the load resistance RL and the source resistance RS.
Meaning?
The factor beta of the feedback is dependent only
is
The
independent.
current is independent of load resistance and RS.
See here in this diagram. So is this beta depending upon this RS as well as RL? Are there any connection between these two?
No,
No.
sir.
So there is no connection with this part as well as with this part. So only 1, this is 2, 3 and 4. So it is connected between 1 and 3. So there is no need for this source part as well as load part. Next, general characteristics of negative feedback amplifier. Continue.
Negative feedback introduces the following modifications of the amplifier characteristics. 1. Stabilization of gain.
So what happened to the
This-
gain because of negative feedback?
It got stabilized.
Stabilized means
Stable.
stable. Because of this feedback, just now I've shown you two parameters like 1 by 1 plus a beta. In this, what is happening? And in 1 by 1 minus a beta is what's happening here. Here this is for negative or positive?
Negative.
This is positive. Suppose if a beta is large, then gain is reducing.
0.
Reduced.
Now reach this point, the gain of amplifier.
The gain of amplifier becomes unstable due to change in the parameters of the transistor or the supply voltage variations.
Okay, next.
But the negative feedback stabilizes the gain of the amplifier against 3 factors.
So can you tell me what are these parameters of a transistor? 4 parameters. Voltage gain,
AV, AI,
Current gain.
GM,
GM is nothing but gain,
current.
and Z dot. These 4 are important. In the last class, we have seen 8 characteristics, right? And this only first are very important. Input impedance, output impedance, voltage gain, and current gain. Okay, remember these 2 points. Next, a reduction of non-linear distortions. Read this.
The nonlinear distortion in output signal of an amplifier is reduced by a factor 1 plus A beta when negative feedback is used.
What does this mean? Increased means. Now I'll give you one circuitry. For that, you tell me whether input is increasing or else it is decreasing. So which one you want? So let me take for voltage series. Or else directly I'll show you the diagram. This is voltage series. So what is the assumption? This is output. This one is input. So in the output side, if it is voltage, what kind of sampling is this?
Shunt sampling.
It is shunt sampling. Input side, it is series. Then
Voltage.
correct. It is series, which is nothing but voltage. So here it is voltage, which is nothing but series
Mixing.
mixing. This is shunt
Sampling.
shunt sampling. Shunt sampling means
Voltage.
this is voltage. Just one point you remember. Suppose if it is series, impedance will increase. So we know that Ri is nothing but input resistance. If it is RIF, it is input resistance with feedback. So here at the input part, it is in series. So the overall feedback RIF is nothing but Ri times 1 plus A beta. It is increased by this factor. Means you need to multiply with that. And in the output part, it is in the form of shunt. If it is in the form of shunt, you need to divide. So ROF is nothing but RO by 1 plus A beta. Clear? Input side, if it is series, directly you have to multiply. If it is shunt, you need to divide. Only remember these 2 points. If it is series, multiply with 1 plus A beta. If it is shunt, divide by 1 plus A beta. So here, if it is multiplying, then input impedance is it increasing or decreasing?
Increasing.
Correct.
Increasing.
Here I'm dividing, then
Decreasing.
decreasing. So in the same manner, can you tell me for all the other models now? So we have seen for voltage series. Now you tell me for voltage shunt. This is output. This is input. In output side, if it is voltage, it is shunt or series. Output side voltage.
Shunt.
Shunt sample.
Shunt. Input side also shunt. Then what will happen to input? Input means RIF. So should I divide or multiply?
Divide.
Divide.
So Ri by 1 plus A beta. Next, in the output side. Output side also it is in the form of
Shunt.
shunt. So what I do? R out by.
Divide 1 plus 8.
So in
Plus
case of voltage shunt feedback amplifier, this is input impedance or else input resistance each decreasing, and output resistance is also decreasing. So that now this is what we need to derive. But before deriving only directly, I'm telling you the answer. In the next session, we shall derive in detail these answers. Next, current series. You tell me this one now. Output side current.
Series sample.
Yes.
So what will happen? RIF is equal to input
Ri
with series.
into 1
Ri
beta.
into.
Ri
Correct.
into 1 plus 8.
Tell me for output. Output side series.
Series. Into 1
Rho
plus 8.
into 1 plus A beta.
Okay, so what is happening to input? It is
Increasing.
Increasing.
output.
Increasing.
Increasing.
Increasing. So we are done with voltage series, voltage shunt, current series. Next, current shunt.
Current shunt.
This is output. This is input. Now you tell me. Output side current.
Series.
Series.
So what will happen to RIF?
Ri into
1 plus A.
1 plus A beta.
Observe carefully. Input side shunt.
Okay.
Ro by 1
1
plus
plus
Next, what is ROF?
Rho into 1
R-
plus A.
1 plus 8.
So if we are done with the derivations, we are done with unit number 3. Very small unit, and which is very confusing also. So here RIF is decreasing and output is increasing. This is what
Increasing.
we need to derive. Okay, so we are left with these 4 models. In voltage series, voltage shunt, current series, and current shunt, we need to derive the expression for RIF, ROF, and gain. And we shall do bandwidth also. So once if you are done with this 4, so we are done with unit number 3. Okay, so those are not there for today's session, they can't understand the next class. Without knowing this mixing and sampling concepts, you can't understand the next topic. Okay, see, effect of gain due to voltage series feedback. What is happening to the gain? So already I've told you, in voltage series, this one is voltage series. Output is voltage, input is series. So if input it is series, it is means voltage or current. Input is
Voltage.
voltage and output is voltage. So this is V out, this is VI. So gain can be written as V out by.
V out by Vi.
So here basic amplifier is denoted with AV or A. Anything is same. And we shall derive the answer for that also. Already we got this one. We shall see in detail tomorrow. AF is nothing but A by 1 plus A beta. And what about RIF? Just now I've written. Check the input part. Series. Series means
Ri into 1 plus A beta.
A beta.
check the output. Output voltage. Voltage means shunt or series.
Shunt.
And
Shunt.
So
Rho
ROF
by
is
1 plus A.
R
That's
naught
it.
1
by
plus
1
A
plus
beta.
okay. So I've given the overview of all the topics. So in detail we shall derive. So this is very short and sweet unit, but you can't understand once if you don't know this mixing and sampling. Okay, so by next session, at least you try to revise so that we shall derive directly all the gain, input impedance as well as output impedance for this 4 models, and directly 10 marks easily you can get this. Or else 7 marks for theory and 3 marks problem. So if you know the final answers, like just now I've written RIF is something Ri by 1 plus A beta. In the problem, he will give all the values like input impedance value. He will give you the beta value. He will give the A value also. So directly, if you know this expression, you can substitute and you can write the answer. So directly, generally is asking RIF and ROF. So if you know the answers directly, you can get this 3 marks. You just substitution. Okay. Very easy unit. Let me download the attendance. So any doubts in today's session? But only if you are responding.
No, sir.
Again, you will face issue. So Shivani is responding. Tanvi, Samyukta, Nitin.
Sir,
Yes, Nitin.
sir, is there any case where gain without feedback and gain with feedback will equal, sir?
No. Why? Because gain without feedback means, see here. If I provide input, I am getting output. So do you know that how much output you are getting from here?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whereas you see here.
Output.
Now from this, can you know whether what is the output?
Sir, I
Here
input
output,
into.
here output is not controlled. Means you can't see how much output you got. Whereas here you can check how much output you got by means of feedback. So suppose if I go for temperature range, suppose if I want output as 25 degrees centigrade. Whereas if you got input, I'm providing 25, I need to get output as 25. But instead of this 25, if I got it is 20. So what is this? There is an error by how much?
5.
So in the
5.
next case, after receiving this feedback, what you will do is you will provide another 5 as an input so that you will get 25 degrees centigrade as the output. Whereas here, suppose if I want 25 degrees centigrade, but if I got output as suppose 10. So do you know whether you got output as correct or not?
No.
No. Why? Because you can't see how much output you got. That's the main disadvantage with this. So that's why we are going with feedback. Output can be controlled by means of input. That's the main advantage of feedback. That's why it is called as open loop. Open loop, there is no feedback. See output, you can't check whether how much output you got. That's the main problem. Okay. Question by the way. We download the attendance. So what about others? Only if you are responding. Others, you're not even responding, at least even after calling your number also. Later you'll face the issue. You can't understand this unit number 3 otherwise. And if you don't know unit number 3, you can't understand unit 4. Because both are interrelated, negative feedback and positive feedback. I'm covering both the topics in this unit 3 itself. Okay. So if you're having any doubts, better try to go through this recorded video once again. And please try to make a notes. Even though I'm giving you the notes, you write your running notes. So that in your way, if you write the notes, it will be easy for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So are you ready for tomorrow's presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other topics that you want to take, others? If you're interested to give, can anyone explain me the working of multimeter? Working of multimeter. I think lateral entry students can do it easily because they've already worked on this. Yes or no? Bhavani Shankar.
Sir. Hello, sir. Roll number 2. Sir.
Yes, Vamshi.
I have made PPT about the resistors, but my health is not good, sir. I have made PPT.
Okay, no issue. In the next class also you can give.
Okay, sir. I have made.
But be ready.
Okay, sir.
Right. So can I end the session?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.